I was a slacker in high school. Now, does your generation, do students today still use the word slacker? Is that still in the lexicon? Okay, so I was the epitome, the embodiment of a slacker. A terrible student, suspended. My mom cried a lot when the vice principal would call. But then I went to college, got serious, sort of, ran cross country and track Division III for a year, about 50 pounds ago. And so that was my life, that was my obsession, that was my identity. And then I got hurt. I was in the best shape of my life, right at the beginning of my sophomore year. And I was devastated, and I had to reinvent myself. So I said, what am I going to do? Well, I think I'm going to go to France. I'm going to study abroad next year for a year. I'm going to start taking French 101. And then I ended up getting a PhD and professor here at Grand Valley. So it worked out. So that's my introduction. So imagine courses with no grades. You're motivated by your intrinsic interest in the subject matter. There's no stick where the professor's saying you have to do this for an A. All of the stress is removed, all of the anxiety is removed, which are inimical to learning. You just get feedback on your work. I'll talk to you at the beginning of the semester and say, how do you define success in this course? What are your learning goals for yourself? What grade? Still have to give you a final grade at the end. What grade do you want in the course? And we'll talk about how you can achieve that. And then at the end of this, I'll work with you all semester. End of the semester, say, well, what grade do you think you deserve? You got it. I trust you. So imagine foreign language 101. You show up, first day of learning a new language, you get the Oculus headset, you're in virtual reality, you're in Paris, you go to a bakery, a boulangerie, and order a croissant. You ask for directions to the Louvre. People ask you for directions to the Louvre. You give directions in French. So VR, the metaverse in language learning. Imagine your homework is a video game. Assassin's Creed Unity on the French Revolution. Every time you whack somebody, you open a database item in the encyclopedia written by a historian of the French Revolution, and you're quizzed on that. You need to know what in the video game is fiction versus what actually happened in history. You learn about different interpretations of the French Revolution by historians, and then you can think about, well, which historiographical school of thought seems to have inspired the creators of the game? How are women represented in the game? How are what's the ideology that's conveyed by the video game? And that's your homework. Imagine role-playing games in your class. It's 1889 World's Fair in Paris. The Eiffel Tower is going up in the background as we speak. Your character is Monet or Van Gogh. And you're debating passionately ideas about art, and you could win or you could lose everything. You learn a great deal of content. You work on every skill that employers ask for: collaboration, creativity, individual initiative. Imagine a foreign language grammar class with suspense. Grammar and suspense, those words usually don't go together. So imagine your textbook is a crime novel that's disturbing, and so when you're learning grammatical structures, you're looking at how the author used them. So this is authentic language for real people in context, not just a lame textbook. And so that's how you learn. That's how you learn grammar. Imagine study abroad for a year, everything paid. Free, all expenses paid, so that it becomes cheaper for you to spend a whole year in Paris, including an internship in the summer, than to be in Allendale. Okay, Paris, Allendale. For free, all expenses paid, or you're paying an arm and a leg to live in Campus View. So this is possible with the Padnos International Scholarship, and it's not extremely competitive. Students don't know about it. Only a handful applied. I think last year 2 got it. I recommended both of them. Imagine taking a course on mindfulness and meditation. So you're learning how to meditate, learning how to chill, focus in a foreign language. Improves your focus, improves your mental health. So there's a idea, integrate interdisciplinary studies 105, mindfulness and meditation for college success. And soon we hope to have that cross-listed in foreign languages. So you can do it in the target language. So imagine a minor, even a double major in a foreign language with cell and molecular biology, BMS, communication, movement science, math, statistics. A lot of our best majors are actually, a lot of our best students in French are actually minors in something else. But imagine that enriching experience to go with your major. So, and then back where I started a second ago, foreign language 101. So imagine you start French 101 in winter, and you're fluent 2 years later. So if I did it, I was such a slacker, if I did it, anybody can do it, going back to my introduction. So that's the end of my content. So full disclosure, so Anthony, I hope this was okay that I did, so full disclosure, so since COVID, enrollments are down in French. And so when I got this invitation, I thought, whoa, I'm going to do a commercial for French and try to recruit you all. But also, I hope I've inspired you and given you some ideas. So please feel free to get in touch with me, and I'd love to work with you and talk about your options and hope to have you in class in French. So that's imagine in French. Thanks. Merci.